for some predictions. Number one prediction of the year. Alabama's going to get its ass kicked in the national championship game by more than 10 points. Now, to me, it's tough for me to say that because right now I have looked and Alabama is getting 2.5 or 3 points depending on where you look. I have certain theories in college football. My theory in college football was always take Urban Meyer and the points. I go back, can't remember what year it was. You can look it up. I think it was Melvin Gordon in the backfield for Wisconsin. It was here in Indianapolis. Ohio State playing Wisconsin. Ohio State was getting like 3 points. And I remember telling my brother, like, man, load up on Ohio State. No. We're arguing back and forth. I was actually doing a game in Arizona. No. 52-0, I think, was the score. Anyway, Nick Saban getting points is something that I like as well, always. And we're going to talk about it as the week goes on. A week from today, we're going to preview it. Probably, maybe even from there. I don't know. It's in Indy. I got a credential. We might as well do the show from around it. But I digress. All right, so I think because of the way I watched Georgia play, the fact that Georgia got their ass kicked by Alabama, as I sit here right now, all right, right this moment. Now, it may change during the week because who's in, who's out, COVID, that kind of thing. But as I sit here right now, what I saw last week, even though Alabama played terrific, defensively in particular, I didn't see anybody better than Georgia. Georgia looked big, angry, athletic, well-coached, disciplined, you name it, man. Georgia looked to me like a team that was absolutely ready to avenge something that they did not like happening to them. Now, a lot of times people say that. Oh, man, they beat our ass last time. We're ready. Georgia looked it. And there's a massive difference because players know what to say. They know what to say. They know how to say it. They have been schooled. I haven't heard Georgia say a whole lot yet. They've had the weekend, and maybe it's still early, and it is. Game's not for another week. But man, oh man, I think Georgia played like a team on a mission. I love that Kirby Smart didn't want that Gatorade bath. He wasn't celebrating. He ain't wearing his T-shirt around. It was pretty good, man. It was pretty good. We got a hypocrisy check. Dakich has empathy for AB but calls Kevin Porter Jr. an idiot for doing the exact same thing. No, it's not the exact same thing. It's totally different. And Hunter, if you don't understand that, I'm sorry, but it's totally different. Let me explain. Antonio Brown has a history of mental health issues. Kevin Porter has a history of just being a pain in the ass. Kevin Porter has a history of getting kicked off things because he just doesn't want to conform or be coached. There's a big difference. And when you disrespect against John Lucas, that's on you. That means you can't be coached. And then you childishly leave at halftime. That means you can't be coached and you don't want to be part of a team. So I get what you're saying, Hunter. But, Hunter, you need to be around sports more and adults more, and you'll understand the difference. All right. I love the Chicago Bulls. I don't like the Chicago Bulls. I love the Chicago Bulls. Chicago Bulls are like down half their team, and all DeMar DeRozan does is hit game winners. I watched him here in Indy. DeMar DeRozan, off balance, one leg, step back jack from three, wins a game right before New Year's, or on New Year's Day, New Year's Eve day, something like that. I'm sitting there watching it here against the Pacers, and I'm like, holy hell. This team plays hard. This team plays tough. This team will get everybody back, and it's got a bunch of guys that have matured. I'm looking at you, Lonzo Ball. Lonzo Ball has been out for the Bulls. The Bulls have kept winning. Lonzo Ball has grown up. Lonzo Ball was never a pain in the ass. His dad was. Steve Alford was his coach at UCLA. Steve and I are friends. Steve and I played together. I'll tell you this right now. He loved Lonzo Ball. I had no problem with the dad either. Lonzo Ball was a really good teammate, really good passer, did everything well. And you know what? Now he's grown up. Now he's going to be part of this team when he gets back. This Bulls team is going to go to the NBA Finals. They're leading the whatever side that is, the East, I guess. They're leading the East. They only have 10 losses all year. They've got a closer in DeRozan. I like them. I do. I like the Chicago Bulls. I'm not really paying attention because I think a lot of NBA players are acting like complete dumbasses, and I've had enough. But the idea of the Bulls winning that division, that side, and going to the NBA Finals, I think is going to happen. I do. I got to go into something here that I don't normally say. I watched Baylor some the other day against Iowa State. Now, Iowa State is a really well-coached, they were undefeated at the time, team. Baylor was down. I'm talking about college hoops now. Baylor came in, and Baylor ended up coming back and whooping Iowa State in Hilton Coliseum. Now, I got to tell you, I normally don't say teams are going to repeat in college basketball, but my prediction is Baylor's going to repeat. Scott Drew's got a veteran team of tough guys. James Aquino's playing much better in his third school. And as I watch Baylor, I say, wait a second, in college basketball, I don't see very many holes in this team. I see toughness. I see they're well coached. I see they share the basketball. I see they all want to guard. I see they all play with a chip on their shoulder. I'm sitting here watching these other teams, and I'll get into college basketball in a minute, but I'm going, wait a second here. Hold the phone. I think Baylor's going to win back-to-back championships. Let me put it to you this way. I've seen some teams that certainly can play with and beat Baylor. Don't get me wrong. But I haven't seen anybody that I feel like is better than Baylor. Sure, you can beat somebody, and I'll get into those teams coming up here in about 5 minutes. I'll tell you who I think best opportunity to compete and beat Baylor, whether it's in the NCAA tournament or whenever. But I think Baylor's going to go back-to-back. And I've never said that before, other than when I was a kid, like 13 years old in Indiana, when they didn't win it. Well, I thought they would win it in 75 and 76, but that's a long time ago. Carlos Correa. Now, this pains me. You know who Carlos Correa is, the shortstop for the Houston Astros? He's going to sign with the New York Yankees when this frickin' lockout is over. Now, a lot of you don't care about baseball, and I get it. I care about baseball just enough to want the Cubs to be really good, and I want Carlos Correa on the north side. Carlos Correa, to me, is one of those cocky guys that wins. He's got a great reputation. He walks in, he's a little bit crazy, and he elevates everybody. I want him on my side. But I think he's going to be a cliche. And I think he's going to sign a bazillion-dollar deal with the Yankees. At least that's my prediction. Why is that my prediction? Because I feel like everybody signs with the Yankees when you are in Carlos Correa's position. And I got to tell you, I would sign with the Yankees. I would sign with the Yankees simply because I want to play in New York City. I've always said this, and I know I'm wrong, and I know you all aren't going to think about it. You're just going to get mad about it. All right? But let me tell you, Derek Jeter playing for the Kansas City Royals would be great. But Derek Jeter playing for the Kansas City Royals wouldn't be Derek Jeter. Hall of Fame. Iconic lover. Making all that money. I don't think so. But you play with the Yankees, you do yourself a favor. You do. You do yourself a favor. All the stuff. Now, maybe a pain in the ass to live in New York. You know, you got to go to the Bronx to play. I get all that. But I got to tell you, Carlos Correa is going, and I don't like it. Are you ready for this one? There's going to be a lot of sex this year. Why is there going to be a lot of sex? Well, because we've already started out where everybody thinks they should stay at home. We are going to this year, and I'm going to chart this, we're going to have a baby boom. We're going to have record birth rates. We are. Love is in the air. You can feel it. You can. People are at home. Everybody thinks they got COVID. You know, for a little bit, you go, hey, you got COVID, I got COVID, we better not. And then all of a sudden, you're like, I think we should. I'm telling you, record birth rates. The birth rates in the United States have been declining forever. I'm telling you. The birth rate's off the charts. But if kids go back to school this last semester, and mommies and daddies are still working from home, cue the Marvin Gaye. There's going to be some sex flying. And we're going to have record birth rates. Mark my words. So let's go, and I want you to keep track of these predictions. All right, number one, Georgia beats Alabama by over 10, double digits. Number 2, the Bulls are going to the NBA Finals. I didn't say championship. I said finals. Baylor's going to repeat. I did say championship here. They're going to repeat as NCAA basketball champions. Carlos Correa is going to break my heart and the heart of all of us Cub fans, and he's going to sign with the evil empire and go to the Yankees as soon as the lockout gets done. More on that in a minute. And 2022, everybody's going to be stupping. There's going to be stupping, and more stupping. And guess what? Because of all the stupping, there's going to be babies.